Byron. And I'm Ryan.
And you're watching The Sound.
What's up, everybody? It was muted. That was Tony Byrne, man. He had the fan intro video of the week. I'm Jared. This is Kevin. This is episode 11
What's up?
of The Sound, man. Episode 11 in studio tonight. We got a great show for you. Magnolia Bayou's in here hanging out with us. Ain't that right?
What's that? They are. Well, I expected you to go to them.
We can,
but you
can.
didn't.
Boom.
No,
What's
it's all
up,
good.
guys?
Hey.
There they are. Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah, there they are.
All right.
We're gonna jump in though right off the bat, man. Let's bring out some more music for the people watching at home.
Yes, and kicking it off tonight is going to be our headliner for our show June 15th at the Biloxi Community Center, and they'll be followed by the, I guess the co-headliner.
No, this direct support.
Direct support.
Direct support.
Kingdom Collapse out of San Antonio. But first, you're going to check out Wildfire and their video for Rage, and it's on right now.
And you're watching
The Sound.
So, guys, that was Kingdom Collapse.
Yes.
What was the name of the song?
That one brings me down.
There you go. There you go. You can see those guys, like you said, direct support on our show June 15th, the Summer Throwdown, and tickets are on sale now. So go get yours.
Yes, or you can see any one of the bands locally, Wildfire, Jupiter Pilot, or Dead Lover. They've got tickets to sell, or you can find them at our events page or eventbrite.com.
Absolutely. All right. So without further avail,
Avail?
did I make that up? I messed it up.
Is it
Anyway,
further ado or
Magnolia
further
Bayou
avail?
in the studio. What's up, guys?
Hey,
Either way,
what's going on?
Magnolia Bayou, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
What's up, man? What's up?
What's up, baby?
What's the
We did
hats?
about half of the interview already before we started the show. So
Yeah,
Jared
ruined it for everyone.
We do that crap all the time.
yeah. So yeah.
We'll sit here and we'll be like, hey, wait.
Yeah. Don't talk about that yet.
Get overexcited, man.
Man, we've been. I think I called y'all out on like episode 2 or 3 or something like that, and we got 11 in, and we made it, and we got y'all in here. So I'm super pumped.
Yeah.
Big fan of the music. Before I met you guys, I think before you were in the band, I'm not sure. I don't even remember. Taylor shared something on
Yeah.
Facebook. Is how I came across your music. Started listening to it, and I'm like, holy shit! Like these guys are really good, man. I dig this a lot. And doing a style that I guess maybe more people are doing now, but not a lot of people are doing it, and y'all are doing it well. So, how do you describe your music to people who haven't heard it?
Well, the long name of what we kind of came up with was psychedelic southern infused blues rock.
Like it.
And that just kind of gives homage to like Led Zeppelin and the Allman Brothers and you know countless others. You know, Pink Floyd. Of course, they were a little more psychedelic than anything, but you know, we just love that classic 60s, 70s rock and roll sound. And, you know, I think we've done a good job of, you know, encapsulating all that stuff into a modern, you know, version of what we're trying to do. And, you know, other cats like Greta Van Fleet and Bishop Gunn, Rival Sons, you know, countless people, Goodbye June. A lot of bands are kind of doing the same kind of thing. And not the same kind of thing, but you know what I mean?
Well, what I was going to say was when you were talking about that and you were talking about Greta Van Fleet and Bishop Gunn and stuff like that. So he introduced me to you guys.
Right.
So I started listening. And then that turned me on to Bishop Gunn.
I think
then that turned me
Spotify,
on
right?
to Blackberry Smoke
Yeah.
and stuff like that. So it's you guys that started me on that whole
Nice.
Yeah, and that's
Usually
one.
it's the
That's
other way
one.
around.
genre.
You know, people talk a lot of shit about Spotify and all these digital platforms, but I tell you, one thing that it does do is it helps you get exposed to other music. When you like one thing, oh, you moved the Coke can out there. It helps you get exposed to other music, man. And I think that's what it did. I think it suggested Bishop Gunn while I was listening to you guys, and then I start listening to them, and I'm like, holy shit! Like this is some good. This is something I wanted, because I always make the comment. I think all the best music was written in the 60s and 70s.
Absolutely.
That's my
Yeah.
favorite time
Yep.
of everything, and I love heavy metal. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But that's still my favorite time, and I think y'all are bringing that sound. It's definitely in your music.
Well, and making sure I had the right year, you know, in my brain first before
Before you say it, yeah.
before I say it,
Yeah.
it looked like an idiot.
Yeah.
But you know, Black Sabbath came out in 1970.
I don't.
Yeah.
I couldn't even tell you. Somewhere around there.
Either 70 or 71, but I mean that was like the heaviest thing known to man at the time, and for at least the mainstream people, and they were like, "What the hell is this?" And
Right.
then that kind of invented heavy metal, and you know then later on, you know, Dio came about and you know filled in those shoes, and then he you know ended up doing his own thing, and heavy metal really started, I think, with Black Sabbath.
Yeah,
and a
I
lot
would
of
agree with
bands,
that.
a lot of bands say that too, and I mean they're our godfathers, you know, and there's a reason for it.
When did you guys get together and start writing music as Magnolia Bayou?
Well, as far as writing wise, it kind of happened 6 to 8 months after the band formed, which was about almost 5 now years ago, and it started when Josh, our bass player, and I, and our drummer at the time, Wesley, got together, and we were all in jazz band together, and we all grew up in the Bayou View area, in Gulfport. And
Did you graduate from Gulfport?
No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, we did. I didn't graduate.
Yeah.
No, I did. 2015. So Josh and I and Wesley were all in jazz band together, and that was the last period of the day, and we all lived pretty close to each other. So what we would do is just after rehearsal with jazz band, we would just go home to Wesley's house, and he had a whole house full of stuff, and we would just jam stuff and go over some charts, but we never really,
Yeah.
we were like, we're gonna jam stuff that we're not doing all day long.
The hell's a chart?
Yeah.
Right. Right.
Seriously, what the hell's a chart?
I'm assuming stuff for you.
I can't read.
So y'all, that's how it got started.
Yeah.
What year would that have been? 15?
That would have been 2014.
Okay.
The band with Drew started in 2015.
Okay.
And then Cedric joined us in September.
I was just about to ask how this fruition came about.
Yeah.
Well, we're like Spinal Tap in the sense that
I hear you.
we have a lot of different drummers. We're hoping this guy stays for a little while.
Yeah. I saw you
Forever,
at the grocery.
Glory
Glory Bound. Yes.
Yeah.
And I recorded that and put it on the website. Awesome. That wasn't your first show with them, was
I
it?
think it was like my third or fourth.
Okay.
probably.
It was
Okay.
within the
My
first
show was
month.
At,
Yeah.
Dueling Hall with them in Jackson, which that was pretty awesome.
Yeah.
But anyway, how I got introduced to the band, I don't know if you know Nick Neatcase plays.
Yeah, tilt it down just a touch. That's all good. That's all good.
He's a drummer.
I
We
am
know.
amateur.
Mike plays.
Live, baby, live.
That's right.
Yeah.
Live and
Help Cedric out.
But
so go ahead. What would you say?
Now I was working locally at this little laundry place and whatever. Things weren't working out, so I was getting ready to go back on the road and drive 18 wheels. What I've been doing for the last couple of years, and
I
guess
loved
Nick,
following you on the road, by the way. With that.
Yeah, dude, I've been all over the place. But I was getting ready to go over there.
We have the WWE in common. So
But yeah, Andrew messaged me on Facebook one day, and he was like, "Hey, I heard you play drums, and you're pretty good." And I was like, "Who's this little dude?"
Yeah, right.
I was like, "Was he want to like do a little garage band or something?" Nah, but he texted me, and he was like, "Man, we'd love to sit down and talk to you." And we went and had a little band meeting at Mugshots in Gulfport, hung out. And, pretty much long story short, everything they were telling me was pretty good. And I was like, they're not like a little garage band. Because I've never really heard of them until up to that point. Like I told them, I think I might have saw them in passing when they played Murky's like a couple years ago. But I didn't remember who they were. I just remember Richie was playing with them. The guy, no, Richie was at their club. No, before club. Anyway.
Yeah,
But,
Richie was before Clay, yeah.
So yeah, I mean, we sat down, had the meeting, and I went and jammed with them, and everything started meshing. Man, it's been great. We've been playing some great shows. The people have been loving it, and I was just shocked by all the love and support
Absolutely,
that
man.
the band's fans have been giving us. Man, they took me in with open arms, and
Mhm.
it's been great, man. I don't take nothing for granted. I try to work hard and give the people the best I can on that stage.
It showed because, like I say, I saw y'all that night, and I was like, "Damn,
Yeah.
these guys!
Well, thank you
this was
very
a good
much.
show, man. I was pumped. I bought all your merch and went home talking about you and telling
Thank you,
everybody I
I
could." So
appreciate it.
he did too.
I did. I was like, "Man,
I got an
this is
earful
it.
the next day.
Let's bust into some of their music, man. There's people that haven't heard it yet. I really want to get. We've played it on the show before already. But for the people, if anybody's watching right now who hasn't heard of it, let's jump right in. The first song we're gonna play is "Mr. Green." Can you tell us a little bit about that song? What it was inspired by? What's it about?
Well, Drew would be the best person to ask, but I do know it's about jealousy.
Okay, that's good enough. Yeah.
And, it definitely takes you through a journey. It's not a short song by any means.
Green with envy.
Yeah, there you go.
Mr. Green.
As
Yeah.
opposed
Green
to
with envy.
Yeah. I just realized it is. It's 6 minutes long.
It is.
Whoa. All right. Well, look, let's jump right into it, man. This is.
I can go get more food.
That's right. This is Magnolia Bayou's song, "Mr. Green," and you're watching The Sound.
sanity, tried my best to stay away. Oh, these feelings still grow inside, you can feel them miles away. I am just a castaway on that lonesome highway. Mr. Green, Mr. Green, I'm a thief in the night. I'm in need of a vision that shines so bright. Mr. Green, Mr. Green, what you doing just ain't right. I was doing just fine before you rocked me up my side. Mr. Green, Mr. Green, I'm a thief in the night. Robbing me of a vision that shines so bright. Mr. Green, Mr. Green, what you doing just ain't right. I was doing just fine before you rocked me up my side. My side.
Boom, we're back. Man, that was legit. That was legit.
Sorry, we snuck that one up on you.
Yeah, we did tell you.
Wasn't sure.
We're back. We're back.
Main green.
So I want to say a few things that we're seeing on the comments on the Facebook page. Mike Forlin is in a band called Undercard, which we're getting ready to play here in just a little bit.
Sweet.
Yo, Mike.
Digging you guys from Spokane, Washington.
Yeah.
So
Yep.
Good deal.
yeah, digging you guys.
Is he the one you were saying has been sharing everything?
Yes.
Thanks a lot, man. We appreciate that.
Yes,
We appreciate
absolutely.
that. Yep.
So we'll get into his band here in just a few minutes.
Okay. So let's pick up where we left off. So 15, started the band, after school, after jazz band, started writing stuff. When did y'all hit the scene out, like first show as Magnolia Bayou?
It was actually this is hilarious because we're gonna record a song on our next record that a few people may be offended in this crowd. But our first show was at a Catholic church.
Okay.
Our Lady of Fatima. They have an international festival every year, and we got asked to play it. Of course, we sent our stuff into everybody, and they were the first people to give us a shot. And it was, I think, May 15th. May 15th is our anniversary, and so that was our first show. And then after that, we
That's
played.
10 days away.
Yeah.
I can do math.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm good at that.
I recently found that I'm good at math.
That's right. So Catholic church.
Yep.
First show.
And then after that, it was cool. We didn't curse or anything and all that. So
Yeah.
we had to
They
avoid
got
all that.
They told me they went to an after party, got unlimited communion, wafers and grape juice and wine.
So y'all hit the ground running though. Book
Yeah.
show after show after show.
Yeah, and then after that, our second show was the summer fair.
Mhm.
And then after that, let me see. And then we started playing Murky Waters after that.
Okay.
Too.
That's a
But-
perfect fit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, I take that back. Our first full show was Our Lady of Fatima.
Mhm.
But we went to the open Sunday jam at Murky Waters, and the booking guy Neil said, "I'll give you guys 3 songs. Michael Vincent Band, good buddies of ours. We're actually hosting the jam, and that was our first time meeting them, because we didn't even really know about any like open blues jams or anything like that. So gave us 3 songs, and we played 2 covers. No, we played all 3 covers because we weren't writing any stuff yet. But anyway, did those 3 songs and got a really, really good response from the crowd. They were like, holy shit,
Right.
who are these young cats?
Right.
What are they doing? And so after that, a few of those people came to see us and stuff like that. And after that, man, we just hit the ground running,
Yeah.
like you said, and we've been trying to keep up.
Oh yeah, it looks like you're doing a good job. I
Thank
can tell you. You got anything over there, Kevin? You got one brewing?
No, I'm actually just listening. I'm
Okay.
soaking
That's
it up,
new.
soaking it
That's
all
new.
up.
Yeah,
Just
that feels
soaking
weird.
it up.
Sopping them juices.
Just kind of like the sun I soaked
Brewing.
up today. But
brewing for the
no,
Yes.
Yeah,
I'm
acting
really
like a
interested.
biscuit.
I'm really interested in what the decision was to just. This is the type of music we're going to play. I mean, what?
I think your dad raised you right.
Yeah,
I think that's what it
I'll
was.
yeah.
You've mentioned him a couple times.
yeah.
Mad
Between
props to Kevin.
Yeah, absolutely. And this guy's name's Kevin. So, but yeah, I mean, like you said, Jared, my dad raised me on some really good music. Of course, I like to, he gives me this all the time. He's like, you're a musical encyclopedia. And I'm like, man, I'm only, a third or a fourth of what my dad is. So,
Yeah.
Like,
Does he play as well?
well, he did. He was a sports guy growing up.
Okay.
And in college, he was a super talented tennis player. He was actually top 10 in the world at one point.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So he wasn't no joke either.
Nice.
Bruce Jenner status.
Before
Wait,
the
yeah.
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 we're not gonna
Some
say
people's
it,
not going to get that the good reference that you meant by now.
Figured it kill that.
Anyway.
Well, I know another thing I wanted to talk about with y'all. I don't know if it's your next show, but it's definitely coming up, which is the crawfish boil
Yeah,
with Bishop Gunn.
that is our next show.
Okay.
That'll be May 11th.
In Natchez.
In Natchez, Mississippi. We are the first band that's starting off, but it's going to be Magnolia Bayou, Southern Avenue, Black Stone Cherry, Tyler Childers, and Bishop Gunn.
Yeah,
So-
that's their hometown. Is that right?
Yep.
And
That's-
what did they decide to do? I've seen the promo videos for
Yeah.
it, and it looks like, did they just, hey, we're going to start throwing our own crawfish boil festival and do it like that?
Pretty much, man.
Well, that's impressive.
Because they got to a certain point. Now we play. I'm actually wearing the shirt. Smoots. Smoot's Grocery in Natchez, and that's like, of course, Natchez is a wonderful town. That
Have you ever been to Natchez?
Yeah, one time, but it was a while ago.
Were you sober?
Yeah.
Okay.
I was younger.
So
Yeah.
it's a lot more
the
fun when you're
last
drunk.
the last time I went to Natchez was probably about 4 years ago, and being able to walk down right along the river, and you've got all the bars right there, and you just pop in and you hear some of the greatest music being played in there. I forgot. I honestly cannot remember the bar, but I walked in. And you walked in, you had the bar, but then in the back was just a little room, and it was just an acoustic artist just sitting back there in the little room with about 10 people playing. It is to hear the type of music that they're playing in Bishop Gun and Blackstone Cherry and stuff like that. In that atmosphere on the Mississippi River in Natchez,
if y'all
Mississippi.
Are watching and you're
that
in
is
the area,
that is the shit
you
right
go
there.
check it
That's
out.
going to be some good stuff.
How did y'all get hooked up with Bishop Gun? How was that connection made?
Well, and I think the place that you were talking about, real quick, was Under the Hill Saloon potentially. I think.
Yes. That's it.
Yep.
Nice.
It's a great place. But anyway, we actually we've played at Smoot's a good bit, and that will actually be quick plug for the tour.
Go ahead.
That'll actually be the last day of the tour. July 20th is the absolute last day of our big tour that we're going on, and that's going to start on June 19th in Idaho.
Okay.
And then 2 days after that, we'll be playing Highway 30 Music Fest. And then we'll just stay tuned. You'll find out where we're coming.
Yeah, finally somebody who talks to the people. No one ever talks to the camera. I love that.
I don't even talk to the camera.
No, Kevin won't even do it.
I promise I don't.
But to answer your question, we play at Smoot's Grocery a lot in Natchez. We play there probably 2 to 3 times a year, depending on what's going on with the schedule. But that was actually our first time to Natchez. I'd say 2016, 2017. Okay. So we've known Bern and Travis and Drew and Ben for a long time, and Bern actually ran sound. Their drummer ran sound for us the first time, and came up to us after the show and was like, "Man, you guys are fantastic and stuff," and saw a lot of growth. And I don't have nearly as much hair, or I didn't have nearly as much hair.
I saw some photos somebody shared with me the other day. Yeah, you were all clean cut.
Drew too. So Drew too. Don't let that fool you.
Yeah.
But yeah, that kind of started a huge, I call it brotherhood.
Right.
Because it's not just like 2 bands who like each other and play good together, but it's they look out for us, we look out for them. Of course.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
They're bigger than us.
Right. But, they've had a lot of success lately. Here.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
and,
I follow them pretty, regularly on Twitter and stuff, Facebook, whatever.
They just went to Europe.
Slash, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Yep. It was. I saw the photos and stuff they were sharing. I was like, damn, that's some big crowds they're playing in front of.
Oh yeah.
But well, let's jump into this next song from y'all. Is going to be "Long Damn Ride." That's what we got next on the playlist. Anything you can tell us about that song? Like you said, I know you didn't write the lyrics, but any perspective on the song, whether guitar parts, whatever.
Yeah. Well, this one I actually know a lot more about the core of the song. Our good buddy, like we were just talking about, the open blues jams on Sundays at Murky's. We actually ran across a fellow named Tyler Storms. Great friend of ours, man. I love that cat to death. And so he would jump up and sit in with a lot of these guys like Michael Vincent Band and them, and so we met him one day, and man, this just started like the best friendship between him and I and Drew. And they were one night they were listening to records and drinking Jameson, like we all love to do, and some of our favorite things to do. And they were talking, and he said, Drew said, man, don't you get tired of like making that drive from Pennsylvania? Because he's from Pennsylvania, and New York. So I mean that's a haul. Yeah. And he said, don't you get tired of making that drive? Isn't it, long and boring and tired? And he said, and he was drunk, and he was like, man, it's a long damn ride, but it gets shorter every time I make it. And Drew was like,
That's a killer lyric.
whoa.
Yeah.
He's like, hold on, shut up. Let me go write that down.
Yeah.
You know, and wrote the song in like 10 to 15 minutes and
That's awesome.
came to us the next day and was like, man, I wrote this killer song. And man, fans, you guys love that song.
That's one of my favorite ones. And also because it mentions Mississippi a lot, and
and
a little bit partial to my home
right.
state. You know?
And a lot of people, come up to Drew and ask him. He's like, I didn't realize you were from Pennsylvania. And then you hear him talk, and you're like, there's no way.
Well, let's jump into it, man. Kevin, ride us out here, man.
This is Long Damn Ride, and we're going to follow it with Storm from Magnolia Bayou, and we'll talk about that coming out.
Sounds good, man.
Sounds good.
Watching the sound.
I've got my cash laid on the dash. Yeah, I've got my bags thrown in the bag. My mind is made, it's time I'm going back. Well, Pennsylvania is where I'm from, where I grew up and learned my way. Now I'm grown and I'm chasing the light today. Mississippi is where I long to be. Ever since I last stayed, I got the blues in my blood. Best believe I'm on my way. It's been a long damn ride. Every time I make that drive, the time just seems to pass right on by. It's been a long damn ride. Oh, every time I make that drive, it gets shorter and shorter every time. Well, the living ain't always easy. Sometimes work is hard to find, but the women and the music will show my favorite kind. Forget about what you heard on the news. Let's fire up a joint and bring out the booze. Intoxicated by the sound of that devil's blues. You can't get that kind of thing where I come from. A full moon and a damn good time. I better head back down to Mississippi before I lose my mind. It's been a long damn ride. Every time I make that drive, the time just seems to pass right on by. It's been a long damn ride. Oh, every time I make that drive, I make it shorter and shorter every time. I've got my cash laid on the dash, my bag's thrown in the bag. My mind is made, it's time I'm going back. Mississippi is where I long to be. Ever since I last stayed, I got the blues in my blood. Best believe I'm on sound. Lightning flashes across the sky. Crack so loud, make a grown man cry. Dogs wanna bark and hounds wanna howl. I'm feeling beat down, wanna throw in the towel. I won't stop till I make it around. This time I'm searching for higher ground. Storm rolling over me tonight. Roughing my feathers and it just ain't right. Storm rolling over me tonight. I believe I'm going crazy, about to lose my mind. Storm rolling over me tonight. Rubbing my feathers and it just ain't right. Storm rolling over me tonight. I believe I'm going crazy, but I won't lose the fight. Little birdie told me that the devil wants to play. They want my soul and they meet me halfway. Pick me up and give me my wings. Work me like a puppet, forever bound by his strings. Man, a good thing running the bad man around. Real soon, try to drag me down. Won't be long, he'll come back for more. I got what it takes to put his ass on the floor. Storm rolling over me tonight. Roughing my feathers and it just ain't right. Storm rolling over me tonight. I believe I'm going crazy, about to lose my mind. Storm rolling over me tonight. Roughing my feathers and it just ain't right. Storm rolling over me tonight. I believe I'm going crazy, but I won't lose the fight. Storm rolling over me tonight. Roughing my feathers and it just ain't right. Storm rolling over me tonight. I believe I'm going crazy, about to lose my mind. Storm rolling over me tonight. Roughing my feathers and it just ain't right. Storm rolling over me tonight. I put my heads above the water and I won't lose the fight.
We're back.
We are back.
What's up?
Welcome
What's up?
back.
What?
You're watching The Sound.
Damn it. That was
Bishop Gunn
yeah. You
is somewhere else.
no, they're not. They're right here.
Magnolia Bayou's in the
Oh.
studio. Asshole.
Got me on that one. Shit. Do you know on purpose?
See, we were having that whole conversation. It threw
Shit.
everything off.
Ah.
Oh, that's good stuff.
All right. So we had another good
Magnolia
interview.
Bayou in the
We
studio.
had another good interview during the break. We learned a lot of things. You don't use a pick
Yeah.
at all.
Nope.
Not even during solos.
Nope.
Not and this is gonna sound weird, but
This
I
is
touched
stuff
his
we learned
I
from
touched his
Facebook
hand.
comments by
Just
the way.
now. Yeah.
I
Yes.
touched his hand and it's not super calloused up, so I don't know. That's killer.
It was weird.
It
but it's
was
all good.
weird. It was a little weird. There's no doubt about it. But I had to. What so what spawned all that? Like what's the reason
Well,
behind no pick? Protesting picks?
Yeah. I hate plastic.
Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding. I actually about 2 years ago I started learning slide guitar,
Mm-hmm.
which
You do a lot of in the set list, and it's cool.
I actually do have a it's a Corseidon bottle. And a buddy of mine gave me one of these. Drew from Bishop Gun gave me one, and that one fit on my finger a lot better.
Yeah, then did a normal slide.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And just because the lip is so small and it fits on my fingers really well. But anyway, the whole no pick thing started because I was learning how to play slide, and traditionally, like Elmore James and Dwayne Allman and all the greatest slide players in the world, Sonny Landreth, countless others, but they never used a pick.
Okay.
And now what that does is you have to mute. What's that noise? That's weird.
I don't know.
But anyway,
Oh, I know what it is. It's this phone down here. All right, now keep going.
Good
Keep
job.
going.
it's okay.
It's the shit he brought into the
Yeah,
studio.
yeah,
What's that
it is.
noise?
It is. Like, what the hell is
He
that?
told
Yeah.
us.
There's a
yeah,
termite.
Yeah. Anyway, so
Nice.
learning how to play slide, you typically don't use.
So learning how to play slide, the I guess the proper way, involves a lot of muting, because if you slip slide around and you're not muting anything, it sounds like a dying cat, and like when you're first starting out learning how to play slide, everybody that's gone through that journey knows, it doesn't sound great the first time you like lay your fingers.
Yeah.
You
I
lay
tried
that-
it once or twice and then kind of like,
It's crazy,
Yeah.
man, and you have to also like on the fret, you have to hit the
Mhm.
actual fret and
Mhm.
hover over that to hit like an A,
Mhm.
or whatever you're doing. So you're on the 5th fret for an A, and then you slide slightly above, and then you're hovering almost in between two different notes,
Mhm.
but it's A still.
Right.
You're between A and B flat, but it's an A.
I
It's
think
weird.
I told you that night when I saw y'all at Glory Bound that it had a lot of your playing had a lot of Gary Rosington
Yeah,
kind of vibe
yeah.
for me because of the guitar, the
Right.
hair, and then when you busted out the slide, I was like, dude, that was cool.
That's
So,
a hell of a comment. from
yeah,
you, man.
and then I went and saw them Skinner at the Coliseum, and I thought the same thing. I was like, he's like still up there doing his thing.
That's
Man,
awesome.
that was
pumped,
one of
man.
their last big arena shows.
Yeah, that's what
It
they
was.
said.
I'm just kidding. I'm
You gonna try to piss me off on purpose? Yeah,
That's
They
exactly
said
what
it
I was
and
going
then
for.
They booked a whole nother leg of that tour, like a whole nother year almost. But anyway, good for them. I'm glad they're still doing
the
it.
never-ending tour.
Another thing we mentioned during the break is the name of the band, which is killer. Tell me the story behind that.
Well, we kind of wanted something that reflected, who we are and who and where we grew up. Of course, I mentioned we all grew up in Bayou View, so that was a really cool thing. We were like, do we want to keep Bayou in the name? And everybody was like, yeah, man, that sounds great. And we were trying to think of something else that reflected Mississippi as a whole. And we were like,
The Magnolia
the
State.
freaking flower, that,
Yeah.
that we have, and so we tossed around those ideas, and thought maybe there could be something else, and we kept coming back to Magnolia Bayou. It was like, man, that's great. We couldn't think of anything better, so we were like, just pin it,
Yeah,
keep it.
yeah, it works. And
No, it's great.
Kevin, I think you were saying what in the comment section, huh? There's some people with some good feedback that hadn't heard them before. And,
Oh, absolutely. I mean, like I said, we got some that from our newfound friends in Undercard up in Washington State, saying that they want to actually make a road trip and come down and see you guys live.
That'd be
Hell
awesome,
yeah.
man.
So better
I'd
yet,
love it.
Undercard, how about getting them up to Washington
Yeah.
State,
Yeah.
and then they'll
Ready
help
to go
get
back.
you down here.
Yeah,
That's
man.
all
I
about it.
There's
sure
some
will.
gig swapping going on.
Yeah.
So
Let's help our brothers out.
there
Yeah.
you go. But yeah, I'm gonna tell you what. The one thing I get to do, because he has to do all the work over there, is I get to actually sit here and read all these comments as they're going through and everything.
Mhm.
You guys got a lot of love from your fans, man.
Yeah.
Man,
I mean, they are
shout out to you guys.
all about it.
Yeah.
So
We love you guys.
yeah, y'all have your
So,
own
so
dedicated
much.
Facebook page,
Yes, yes, we
Facebook
do.
group.
We have if for those tuning in, if you haven't gone to Magnolia Bayou fans, go do so and be a part of this big family, and
It's a Facebook group.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
like if you just scroll through your groups or on Facebook search, just
Mhm.
type in Magnolia Bayou fans.
Yep.
and it'll come up, and you can join the group and stay in touch and get a lot of the information, I'm sure, on shows and whatnot,
and
giveaways.
Yep.
Meet and greets, I think you said, or meetups.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a lot of fan meetups. Like we were just talking about the at like our Soul Kitchen show and Tipitina's and countless others. They'll make an event in the group, and it's just a fan meetup. And if you've never met so and so and you see all these comments by this person and you see that they might be a really cool person to hang out with or something like that, you just say, hey, come to this show, and I'll be at this place before the show, and come hang, have a beer.
More engagement, more interaction, more connection for them as a fan.
A lot more love too.
Yeah,
Send
that's
out
right.
a big shout out to Mindy. She's a big part of that.
Thank you
she
so much.
does a lot of those meet and greets. So Mindy, if you're watching, we appreciate that.
Nice.
One of the ways we like to usually wrap up these interviews, I guess you'd call it, is to real quick plug everywhere you're at, like your music, digitally, whatever. Where can people find you if they've never heard of you before, if tonight's the first night?
If you'll go to our website is magnoliabayou.com. Super easy. We are on Facebook at Magnolia Bayou, Twitter Magnolia Bayou MS, Instagram Magnolia Bayou. Those are pretty much all of our socials. And then we're on Spotify, iTunes, Amazon, Google Play. I think we're on Tidal. Man, we just when it came time to do the record, and we sat down with our computer, and it's like, what do you want your stuff to be on? We were like,
everything.
Click everything.
Yeah. Oh yeah, without a doubt.
Because don't leave any stone unturned.
You just mentioned something real quick, made me think of something. Where did y'all record your record at?
We recorded.
I always like to ask that question.
Yeah. We recorded down in New Orleans at the Music Shed, and we did. Ben Lorio was our engineer, and Justin Laframboise.
Sounds good.
Yeah,
he did a good job.
Much.
Yeah,
and Justin Laframboise, make sure I say it right.
Right.
Was our producer, and he actually approached us. He comes from a very modern pop background, and he was like, "Man, I love this sound, and I want to be a part of, the next, wave of Magnolia Bayou." And so we gave him a shot, and he did Take Care of Me first, and we actually recorded that 2 years ago on April 20th. We were all setting up for our show there, and we were like,
420.
2 years today.
Yeah.
2 years today. We recorded our first one, and man, it's been a blessing ever since. And Justin took such good care of us, and Justin's what made the sound, sound like it does.
Yeah. Yeah, it's good. It's really good. Also, tell the people where you're going to be next. Real quick rundown of your shows, man.
So the May schedule is the Bishop Gun Crawfish Boil on May 11th, and then the very next day we will be opening up for the legendary Wet Willie.
We were talking about that earlier.
Nice.
Yeah. So that's going to be man, I can't wait to see Jimmy Hall in person and all those guys. Those guys still sound fantastic. And then in June, we will actually be at the Shed in Ocean Springs.
Okay.
Yes.
Cool.
On
Get
June,
fed at the Shed.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
on June 1st, we'll be there, and then we will be going to Pensacola to Bamboo Willie's.
Okay.
And then June 19th starts our major North
Run.
American tour.
Yeah.
So we'll be going out all the way to Filer, Idaho, which is a haul. But those guys took such good care of us last year. Gordy, Megan, Michelle, all those people. Tyler. Man, there's so many people I could name, but I apologize if
that's the trouble you get into when you start mentioning the 3 or 4. You like,
Right.
oh damn, you can't remember everybody.
There's 9, but
Well, guys, look, thank y'all so much for stopping by
Yes.
tonight and coming and hanging out with us.
Absolutely. Thank
Maybe
y'all for
like
having
you
us.
said, when y'all get some more time, come back in and we'll do
Yeah.
some acoustic stuff and have y'all play a tune or something like that as well.
Most
Mhm.
definitely.
All right, well, dude, look, good luck on the road.
Yes.
I'm looking forward to catching y'all again myself
Safe,
somewhere. Yeah.
Careful.
Yep.
absolutely.
Kevin, what is this next video, man, that we're gonna walk
The
into?
next video that we're going to walk into, this is a band that we found out of Southern California. They're called Cerebellion. The song is called Cold, And when you hear it, you'll hear a lot of influences from some other bands. I mean, right off the bat, but it sounds absolutely phenomenal. And then the video you'll see after that is the band we've been talking about that recently has hopped on board with us and shown us some good love. It's a band called Undercard. They're out of Spokane, Washington. Their song called Solely Friends. So you'll hear that one next, and then we'll come back. And you are watching The Sound.
Boom.
Ooh.
Yeah, that was legit.
Yes, two great bands there.
That's right. That was the one that just ended was Cerebellion, Cold. When we first transitioned into the to the playlist, it only played like the last 2 minutes or something, not a lot of their songs, so we played it again. It's a low budget production here. What can I tell you?
Yeah, what can you say? It is what it is. And then before that, you heard the band Undercard, Solely Friend. And I was telling you about that video.
Yes.
And I had to ask to make sure because the guys from Undercard are in our comment section right now. I had to ask. They were talking about how too bad they weren't in the video. So apparently that was a fan video from a fan of theirs in India that shot that video for them. Hence the reason why the band is not in the video.
Yeah, well, it's a good video. It's a good song. That's awesome that somebody just reached out like that over the internet and did that for them.
Absolutely.
That's the power of the internet too, right?
I want to tell the guys from Undercard, thank you so much for showing us some love so quick. And it all started because we added them to our new The Sound internet radio station.
That's correct.
Which you can get to at Live 365.
Yeah, explain that to the people. I made that little video showing how to do it, but you can go download the Live 365 app if you'd like. That's on Google, Android or Apple phones, either or. You search The Sound once you get the app on your phone and like us as a favorite, and you can just, you'll hit that's it. You're listening to our radio station. Link that up in your car. So when you ride around, you're going to hear all the bands that we've come across that we're trying to feature as well.
And if you're at your desktop, live365.com, or go to thesound228.com and just hit the listen now button. It's right there.
We're trying to make it as easy as we can for you people. Okay.
Yes.
We're trying to be everywhere and on all things. If you don't want to do internet radio, Kevin, what else do we have on Spotify?
We got our Spotify playlist. You can search the playlist. All the bands that we're featuring is also on our Spotify playlist. So if you don't want to do internet radio, we've also got the sound audio version of the podcast.
That's on Spotify as well.
It's on Spotify as well. So, I mean, we're trying to cross all the platforms, trying to make it as easy as possible for you guys to tune in, whether you're tuning into the show, tuning into the radio station, tuning into Spotify, saying hi on the street, whatever, however it works. We're trying to get it covered for you. A few quick things. I want to say thank you to David Krenning, Allstate Insurance in Ocean Springs, for sponsoring the show.
That's right.
He's a good friend to the sound. You can get your free insurance quote on all insurance, car, auto, health.
That's right.
Car, auto. What a moron. So
whatever.
Car, medical, health.
Yeah.
Medical health. I'm shutting up.
That's
but anyways, David Krenning, Allstate Insurance, Highway 90 in Ocean Springs, and Magnolia Bayou was in the studio, and they were brought to you by our good friends at Atlas Fights. Atlas Fights 35. It's happening May 18th. It's all ages at the IP Casino. It's Studio A, featuring Robert Dunn versus Tyler Hill right here out of Biloxi.
Oh, that'll be a good one.
Yes. Juan Alvarez versus Vincent Flores, which is for the featherweight title, and Levi Moles versus Aaron Yoda Williams, who is the Atlas Bantamweight champion. So that is for the Bantamweight title. So you got two title fights, and Tyler Zombie Hill, fighting May 18th, just a couple weeks away at the IP Casino. Tickets through Ticketmaster.
Speaking of tickets,
yes.
So we ventured out, as some of y'all may know, into our first concert promotion.
We have.
We're going to be hosting our own The Sound Presents, the Summer Throwdown. That's going to be June 15th, man. And we've bit off a little bit on this one, haven't we?
We did.
We're trying to make this thing as best as we can for you guys. So we've hired a sound engineer to come out. We're going to hopefully melt some of the paint off the walls.
That is the plan.
In the Gruich Center there. It's going to be something to see. We've got some really, really killer bands headlining the show. That night is going to be the return of Wildfires, their first show here in, I don't know, a long time.
I believe it's a little over a year. I think their last show was at the Hard Rock.
That's right. So you can jump down, if you're on the Facebook page right now, scroll down and look. We shared their practice the other night. They're gearing up for the show already, man. They got some real cool lighting stuff going on, fog, the whole nine. Like, they're really upping their production game. So they're going to be headlining that. With direct support is a band that we've played on this show from probably the beginning, I think, right? Episode 1, episode 2.
Episode 1, yes.
Kingdom Collapse. Really cool how that worked out, man. Like I said, we stumbled upon them. We've been playing their stuff. Shot them a Facebook message. Hey, would you come play a show or what over here in Biloxi? And they're like, yeah, we will. So the power of the internet again.
Yes.
That's going to be a good show. are a good band on the show. And then how are we doing the lineup
right before them will be Dead Lover.
Okay, Mikhail, nobody likes them. Keep going. No, I'm
Dead
just
Lover.
kidding. Man, they got Mikhail and them, man, they're doing some real cool rock and roll
They
shit.
are.
I was talking to him the other day when they came to pick the tickets up. We're pumped at, it just straight up rock and roll. It's good.
They just finished playing Club LA in Destin with Pop Evil.
Yeah.
They played he told me the name of it and it skips my mind, but a nice, neat little atmosphere club in Dothan, Alabama. They played, so that was cool. So this is actually, and they played the Crooked Letter Brewery a couple times.
They have.
So it's going to be one of their first Biloxi shows. So you'll see them. And then a band out of Fort Walton Beach / Crestview, Florida, that we've played quite a few times on the show as well, called the Helvetica Effect.
Let's real quick. We saw them at the grocery 2 or 3 weekends ago, and holy shit, they threw down. I was blown away.
I can't wait to see them.
I'm telling you, man,
on a stage where they've got some room to jump around. Yeah. I mean, they were pretty active. The
female bass player who just destroyed it, man.
Can scream, and we're gonna. I'm telling you, Helvetica Effect's gonna surprise everybody.
That's a good way to put it. They're gonna surprise some people. So we got 2 out of town bands on the show. Because again, we're trying to build the scene up, bring bands in from out of town, like get some exposure from other places, expose you to some other bands that maybe you haven't heard of. So if you're somebody who likes music, and obviously you are if you're watching this, come out and do the $15 ticket. We're gonna get some vendors out there. Budweiser's on, Bang Energy Drink is on. We're trying to get a food vendor to come out. I don't want to say anything until we confirm it. But then opening up the show, we also have
Jupiter Pilot.
That's right.
So if you didn't see it this week, Jupiter Pilot has supported us from day one for this show, sharing, liking, commenting, throwing our logo on their damn band banner.
I couldn't believe that, which was cool, man. They put our logo.
We're all about it. So we were able to surprise them this week, just a couple days ago. Mm-hmm. We are actually putting them in the studio with Joey Miller.
That's right.
To record one of their songs professionally. So congratulations to Jupiter Pilot. That's going to be who's opening up the show. We'll also have DJ Maybelline spinning between the sets.
Yeah,
so he'll be there.
Yep.
So it'll be a good time. Like I said, tickets are available electronically through Eventbrite.com. To make it easy, you can go to thesound228.com. Just click on the buy tickets right next to the poster. You can visit the event page in Facebook, or you can find any of the bands locally, Wildfire, Jupiter Pilot, or Dead Lover. They've got tickets for you. And to be honest with you, if you buy the tickets from the bands make money off of those ticket sales.
That's right.
So support those bands by buying a ticket from the band. We love the money too, but buy them from the band, support the band, help the bands make more money for this show. Because once again, it's all about the band, supporting the bands, and supporting the music.
And hopefully, if this hits like we think it will, or hope it will, we're going to continue to do these, man. This is just the first of many. If you want, so all of that being said, did you say Eventbrite though? Under the
Eventbrite, yes, Eventbrite.com.
We need to do a giveaway. Okay. We need to do a ticket giveaway.
Surprise!
Yeah, we need to do. Let's do that. Let's do 2 tickets. We're going to give away 2 tickets tonight.
They're in my truck.
What do we want them to do? Definitely need to share this episode, right? If you share this episode, and in the comments right now, tell us why we should pick you. I think that's fair enough, right?
So if you get into the comments right now, let us know why we should pick you for 2 tickets to that great show June 15th at the Gruich Center. We will pick a winner before the end of the show tonight.
Let's give it a little more time than that.
Okay.
You think?
We'll give it a little more time than
that?
Yeah,
let's give it a little more time than that.
Okay.
We'll do. What's today? Sunday? Let's pick it Tuesday or Wednesday.
Wednesday.
All right. So Wednesday we'll announce the winner. Share the episode. Here's what we'll do. Share the episode and write us a comment why you need to be picked.
Yes.
All right. And the best reason why gets 2 free tickets. I think that's fair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Keep
and
it
Chris
clean.
Fayard and Anthony can't win.
Chris Fayard definitely can't win
Anthony's not winning.
Unless he throws in an RV.
Yep.
So, and same thing goes for Tony Guide. He was in here earlier.
Let's stop babbling and let's play some more music, man. Who do we have? Who do we have next?
Coming up next is going to be a band that is on Curtain Call Records. It's called Eve to Adam. It's called No Easy Way Out. And my notes are there. Where'd they go? They are split between New York and Florida,
Okay.
but they are on Curtain Call Records. Big shout out to Curtain Call Records for supporting all these bands too, man. The Curtain Call Records they just signed Love the Hate out of Mobile.
Okay, cool.
So big props to them.
Good to see them doing things. Losing a singer, man. I know
Yes.
that's got to be tough, and they took it in stride and got a new guy in there. Looks like they're gonna keep doing their thing. So
So
way to go, guys.
congratulations
Yep.
to them, Curtain Call Records. This is one of their now label mates. This is Eve to Adam. It's no easy way out. You're watching the sound.
Boom.
dark, I began to succumb to everything surrounding me. I searched for a purpose, then fall on my own. Self-harm calamity. With every day I see no reason or purpose to continue with the life I lead. And all this time I'll wait for you to come back to let me know. I'll wait with reason. I'll wait for you. If this was you want me to. Alone in the dark, I began to succumb to everything surrounding me. I searched for a purpose, then fall on my own. Self-harm calamity. I'll carry the torch if you light the fire. Then follow me into the void. Single me out and fill my desire. The needing, the pleading, the suffering I endure. Just a more gentle, never kind than every moment of every day. This pain never goes away. I pray for solace. I pray for you. If it's the last thing I do, and if it's what you want to. Alone in the dark, I began to succumb to everything surrounding me. I searched for a purpose, then fall on my own. Self-harm calamity.
Me?
Yep.
Hey! All right, that is Ventress, and Ventress is a group of guys that are spread all over the South, Baton Rouge, Louisiana, Metairie, Louisiana. I believe somebody is from Gulfport, Mississippi. You can catch them June 12th. They're going to be playing the Juke Joint in Ocean Springs, part of a show over there. I love them.
Yeah, yeah. Cool.
I dig it. I dig it. So good for them. Next week, the 19th, The next show.
Oh, yes. Okay. Sorry. I was like, where the hell are you going with this?
Yeah, I'm lost too. So the 19th is our next show. We're going to have Morgan Tyler on the show. Morgan, of course, a country artist here on the coast.
Yeah.
Really good stuff going on with him.
He just played the Crawfish Festival, I believe.
And he'll be a part of the show on the 19th. So what else did we just said?
Press for Pets.
Frets for Pets coming up in August, man. I know he's close to announcing the lineup on that. I've had a sneak peek of it. I can't wait. It's going to be a great show. Jared's going to be out of town.
I know. It's going to be even better sound.
Corey Redcap is going to be joining me as we stream live out there that weekend for Frets for Pets out at the Juke Joint. Of course, raising money for the Humane Society. And all of the fur babies, man. I love the fur babies. I got 4 cats and 2 dogs. So I love the fur babies. So we're going to do whatever we can to help raise some money for Frets for Pets. Check them out, fretsforpets.com, and you can search them on Facebook for Frets for Pets.
Thank y'all. Thank y'all for sticking with us, watching the show as we continue to try to promote this local music scene, man.
Yes.
Like I said, we're on every platform. We're trying to be as readily available as we can. Go check out the website. Kevin did some cool stuff over there. You can see all of our episodes are there. You can actually sign up, man. Go enter your email address because we're fixing to start working to build our email mailing list.
Yes.
Bringing you hopefully some real good.
Be the first to know.
Yep.
Because once we build this database of email addresses, you'll be the first to know of shows.
That's right.
You'll be the first to know the calendar of the shows. So every week we're going to be blasting out the calendar of local shows. So you'll be the first to know about where the bands are playing, where they're playing at, where you can make your plans for the weekend to go support that local music. So sound228.com, scroll down to the bottom of the page. Before you get to the bottom of the page, watch the episode. Buy some tickets.
That's right. That's right.
Listen to the radio station. Buy some merch. We got the Sound Shop on there. We got T-shirts readily available to order.
That's right.
So you can do that and register your email address. We're not going to blast you out. We're not going to put like every 3 hours you're going to get an email from us.
Yep.
Once a week, maybe. Come on.
I think we've done one email. That's all it was, and it was the show flyer. But we're going to do some giveaways too. So there's going to be some perks to being on that mailing list as well.
Yes. So the sound228.com.
All right. Don't forget, we're giving away 2 tickets. Comment in the section. Drop a comment down below. Tell us why you deserve the tickets and share this episode, man. Thanks again for watching, and y'all have a good night.
Peace.